And I don't know if you guys have ever been like coming up to a hill and you see those mega carrier drivers, those little peons going 25 mile an hour up the hill. And you're like, my God, you guys should probably just walk up this hill. You're going so slow.
Oh my God. South Georgia hot shot.
Get over here. Well, good morning. Woke up, actually, yeah, I woke up at 7 and been ready for the load boards. There was a load that we were looking at yesterday going to Cincinnati. I wasn't crazy about it. And looked at Cincinnati, looks like Cincinnati's doing really good, so we're gonna grab that load. Lita has to go grab some cash because we have to buy the wooden V-boards from them. You gotta have wooden V-boards. It's I think it's roofing sheets, roofing material that needs to be tarped, so that kind of sucks. But this area is dead. I don't know why I keep coming over here. I always look at it like, well, I'm making enough money to dead head out if I have to, but I always hate like taking that. I always hate taking that dead hit. I don't know if I told you guys, we were talking to another broker about a front end loader going down to, man, that sun's really bright. Going down to, I think it was Orlando. And he just ghosted us, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, like every time I called in, and I got transferred like 3 different times. And like all 3 times barely spoke English. And it was a place out of, they were in California. Come on, guys. They weren't Hispanics. We'll put it that way. They weren't Hispanics. I'm not against them, but I've definitely been screwed by them before. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Anyways, we're only 11 miles away from the pickup going to Cincinnati, which is another big reason I'm like, you know, we should probably just grab that and shoot over to Cincinnati, get that dropped. And like Cincinnati area's doing really good, so I don't know. Hopefully we can make some money this week. We just got the call that our title came in. I mean, that's over 2 weeks. That's over 2 weeks for them to send our title, which is just crazy. They were supposed to overnight it when we left out of there. And it's not Leonard's Express, it's a finance company that dropped the ball. So anyways, this is the truck stop we were at. I don't know if I told you guys. It's called AC&T. This lot over here is for like extended stay. Like you can rent a lot over here by the month. And then that's the Pilot on the other side over there. If you've bought fuel and you have a fuel receipt, I think you have access to that lot over there. And then this is for the cheap bastards like us that didn't buy any fuel, expect everything for free. We only came over here. I mean, we went and took a shower last night too. Super nice shower. Clean. We got some fried chicken from this place last night. It was decent. You guys know me. I don't like the Pilots or the Flying J's. Honestly, or the TA or the Petros. Love's is probably my favorite, but they usually have like the least amount of parking, but they're the cleanest. Anyways, Lita went to go hit the ATM. I'm gonna walk these dogs. We're gonna knock out that pre-trip. Knock on wood, that APU radiator is still holding, so that's fantastic. Yeah. See you guys It's in Pennsylvania somewhere. I can't remember. I'll let you know when we get there. All right, we're here. It was $100 for some wooden V-boards. They're gonna be 8 feet long. It's a full set. So depending on how many we needed, it was like different prices for different sets. Yeah. I don't know. We've been seeing a lot of loads that need wooden V-boards anyways. And to be honest, my brother had some wooden V-boards on his truck and he took them off of his truck and left them at the house, and we ended up using that wood for something anyways.
Probably chicken related.
Well, we'll stack these on top of our ramps underneath of our trailer.
They gonna fit if they're 8 feet?
Yeah, they'll fit. Our ramps are 8 feet.
Are we just gonna bungee them, or
probably just bungee them on there? Nothing too crazy. Something like that. So we're in line now. And I guess what they do is they load you in the back here. Then we have to pull around the side where we've seen those other trucks.
tarping?
And V-board and tarp it. Did you put my table up? I was just going to leave it out.
I don't think it's gonna ride out.
Oh.
No. Why did the APU shut off?
Why did the APU shut off? Does it give us an error there?
No.
No?
Nope. Are those valves?
Yeah, the valves are open. No, the valves are open. I never messed with them this morning. I wonder if it just was like a delay from us
Driving?
I don't know. Kind of weird that it just shut off though.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't say anything.
Is it on standby or anything right now?
Nope. It's on fan.
Move it over to AC and see if it'll just kick on. Weird. So we're probably getting this. We're probably getting this rolled roofing crap. I thought when they said roofing, I was like thinking metal roofing, not like shingle roofing.
The Raycon says rolled roofing.
Woke up this morning too, and like the airbags were completely deflated on the truck. I don't know why. This truck's been holding air this whole time, and now it's like, well, okay, I say completely out of air. The airbags were completely out of air, but my primary and secondary were at like 80 psi, and I'm not sure why. I know when I've stopped a few times, I heard like the air dryer like blow air out for a bit. I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if, I can't remember if the Mac did that. Like after you stop the air dryer, you can hear the air dryer just like seeping air out for like maybe a minute.
I don't remember that truck doing that.
I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with that now.
The air dryer?
Yeah. Remember I've mentioned it to you before when I like shut the truck off. Let me see if it's making it now. No, it's not making any. It's not making any air now. Man, it smells like tar. Well, we're gonna wait in line. know if you can hear me because it's super loud around here. But what a mess. They have the tops of these things all like bunched up with something up there. And Lita had to hold the V-boards on there while we got one strap started. You got it, woman? Here, hold this. Tell them about the V-boards, Beth. What a pain in the ass, huh?
We just paid $100 for this load. That's all.
Paid $100. Well, I don't think it's the V-board's fault. I think it's the way they make these bundles.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I smashed my finger on that one that fell.
No, is it okay?
It's sore. That's why I couldn't get that bungee on.
That's the emptiest that box has been in a very long time. Alright, see anything in this? Guess I could have threw a bungee on this.
Yeah.
Maybe I could have.
Yeah.
These gloves, I got when we were loading the ambulance, a guy rode by and gave these gloves to Lita to give to me.
Because your gloves have a hole in them.
He didn't know that.
Yeah.
How did he know that?
I don't know.
Did he watch the channel? Was he a subscriber?
I have no idea.
No telling. Lita's so popular, we go everywhere. People just recognize it. Huh? Throw this junk in here. We'll clean this mess up later. Ah, man, it's been a while since we threw tarps, huh?
Yeah.
My goodness. We gotta strap the other tarp down. Go grab the paperwork and we're out of here. I'll go grab the paperwork if you want to strap those down.
Okay.
All right. See you guys in a bit. According to the suspension load gauge, we're going to be over on our drives if I watched a YouTube video on how to like figure out basically how to use them. And we're at like 51, 52 PSI, and my last weight ticket, basically you take and you divide the weight by the pound, the PSI on your gauge, and then that tells you how much weight you have per PSI, and mine worked out to be 690 pounds per PSI. And since we're at like 51, 52, it's saying my drives are going to be 35,880. So we're going to go weigh this thing just to double check. And this load is supposed to be 43,704, and we can do like 44, I can't remember, 44.6 with a full tank. I think I figured up a full tank. Oh. All right, we're here loading for an hour and a half. That took us an hour and a half to tarping, strap, and all that jazz.
So we have to find a scale.
Yeah. Okay, Garmin. Cincinnati, Ohio. Actually, we have the cancel. choice now to weigh your truck, you know, because inflation hit the scale, hit cat scales. We are 740 pounds over. We can burn that off with fuel, and we should be allowed 500 pounds for our APU. Oh, actually, way a little bit more than that. Lita's not in the truck. Well, without you in the truck, we are 740 pounds over.
Oh yeah.
I guess we send it and hope we don't go through a scale before we can burn some fuel. It sucks because that means we weigh, this is 2,000 something more pounds, right? How do you not know how much your product weighs? Like, they have this as a batch number. What they should do is they should take the whole batch that's going to go on a truck and weigh it. They should have to have a scale, or at least have a scale on the yard. If your product can change that often, like last time we weighed it, we took some roofing. Were we in the? Yeah, we were in the semi truck.
Yeah.
And we were like 5,000 pounds overweight, and we had to go back and unload some.
Yeah.
And the guy that was loading us, or that was loading us, was like, "Yeah, we've had a lot of trucks come back."
Yeah, I didn't do it. Somebody got back in down there at the shop and jacked my mirror bracket up.
Oh man, it sucks. Their machine was adding too much fiberglass or too much roofing cement or whatever the case is. I don't know. I don't know that we have a choice. I'm not gonna go back and unload a couple rolls.
I don't know what this guy's doing up here.
I don't know how we get out of here. Good morning. We made it to Oregania, Ohio, last night at about 9 o'clock. We stopped at a rest area to use the bathroom and do our 30. And I seen a flatbedder working on one of his trailer tires. So I went over and offered a hand. He was trying to replace his valve stem on one of his trailer rims, and I don't know. It looked like the very tip was almost cut off of the valve stem. Like there was only a couple of little threads where your valve stem cap goes back on, and the needle and all the guts in it were gone. So we're taking my pry bar and his pry bar, or our trailer winch bars, and we're cranking this tire over, and he gets the old one out and he goes to put the new one in, and he drops it down inside the tire. I was like, oh no. So we probably spent 30 minutes trying to get the new one out, Man, we could not get the new one out to save our life. We couldn't get the tire pushed back far enough that he could get his hand down in there and get the valve stem out. I almost suggested too, when he was pulling the old one out, let's tie a string or something from one to the other and use the one as you're pulling the one out to pull the other one in. Actually, I don't know how that would have worked. Anyways, we end up giving up, putting the old one back on, filling up. He had a cap that allowed you to put air through the cap. So we put the cap on and it started leaking around the cap. So I went and got some Teflon tape and put some Teflon tape around like the 2 or 3 threads that were left on that valve stem. And put that cap of his on there. He aired up the tire and it held. So he wasn't far from his house. Well, I say he wasn't far. He was like 100 miles, he said. He's from the Pittsburgh area. So I think he went home and ended up pulling that tire and that rim off. Where do we keep these? And got it fixed at his house. Then I don't know if you guys have ever been on Interstate 68, like North Maryland. The roads are like this, up and down, up and down. And I don't know if you guys have ever been like coming up to a hill and you see those mega carrier drivers, those little peons going 25 mile an hour up the hill. And you're like, my God, you guys should probably just walk up this hill. You're going so slow. Shoot, RT680 with the Cummins and the goddamn 12-speed automatic. We were right there behind him, doing 25 mile an hour up the hills. I mean, we are heavy. We're almost 81,000 pounds. You know, I thought this thing had like 3 O gears in it, and I think on the one of you guys said it says on the door it's like 269 gears. I think it said. It's dark. It's dark outside. I can't see anything. I looked at so many trucks. Honestly, we try to stay out of the mountains, so that part doesn't bother me. But it was brutal. 68 was absolute. When I first mapped it out on the GPS, it showed that we were going across 70. I swear, like I was watching this GPS as we were about to take an exit, and the GPS told us, just rerouted and told us to keep going straight last night. 68 was brutal. I'll never do 68 again. That was a brutal, brutal road to go on, as heavy as we are. Oh, so it's 6:45. We just got done walking the dogs. We are, how far are we away, baby? Like 40 minutes? Oh, it's got to calculate.
Please drive to highlighted route.
23 minutes. We're 23 minutes from our drop. And then I have another load that picks up 60 miles from there in Kentucky and goes to, let me see where we're at in Kentucky. We're picking that up in Georgetown, Kentucky, going to Franklin, Pennsylvania. 15,000 pounds. It's a paint booth. They said just tarp it as best you can. We realize your tarps aren't going to cover this whole. Paint booth is like 9, what do you say? 9'5" high and legal dimensions. It doesn't say dimensions on here. But it's funny, we've pulled for these guys before, but when they ran our MC number, we had to prove that we weren't in a hot shot. So we sent them over a picture of the truck, and they wanted a COI with a VIN of this truck. All with the company name, obviously. We got the heater going right now. It got chilly last night. It's 29 degrees right now. We drove through snow last night. Well, flurries. Would you consider flurry snow? Alright, well, November 1st. Yesterday was Halloween. I'm trying to pump out these videos and get caught up. But nights like last night I should have been editing, but we just got here so late I didn't have time. I still have a few I still have one ready for you guys, I think. So yesterday I posted we got the Mac home and we cut the exhaust off the KW. God dang KW! Yeah, I got one more. I thought I had more, because I remember editing past this next point. I don't know. Anyways, let me get ready, do some pre-tripping, and we'll hit the road.